What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. Blood Splatter Chatter here as we continue Horror Fest 2025. Verno with you as we're talking Alien Earth. As we switched it up, we don't do a whole lot of horror TV on the channel, but there was a lot of hype around this thing, and I ended up canceling the zombie double feature and putting this in its place, and I'm happy I did. I really enjoyed it, and 8 episodes deep. Stu, as I said, I feel like you were the person that I know personally that was kind of hyping this the most, that I was hearing the most hype from.
Wouldn't shut up about it. Yeah, I it blew me away from the first episode, and I think it continued to do so. So yeah, it's been like the one television event for me of the year that I've been like ecstatic about, and I've been desperate for that new episode drop on Tuesday night, man. But yeah, it's like I said, it's been the TV moment of the year for me. So
I love it, dude. I'm trying to think of what honestly the last TV show that I watched was. Like, especially new. I think it's probably one of the Marvel ones a couple years ago, because I really do not watch a whole shitload of horror or TV in general. But The Missing Link, who watches damn near everything, my man. What up? Appreciate you being here, as always.
Yeah. I just have, I was the one who posted the Alien Earth trailer in the group chat first.
Oh, suck it, Stu. Suck it.
I'm the bigger know-how.
I'll let you finish.
I digress.
I don't know if you were hyping it as well. I feel like I felt more hype coming from Stu's.
Thanks, Vern. Possibly. I appreciate you trying to save it. Yeah.
I'm a little bit more subtle with my earnings, but happy to be here. Happy to talk about the show. It was awesome. Definitely. It was an experience. It was cool.
Hell yeah. Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. And Wes, I asked you originally to join the zombie double feature. Then when I switched it out, I was glad you said you were already watching Alien Earth. So I appreciate you making it back 2 weeks in a row, man.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me back. I really liked this show. I'm a huge Alien fan. I've always enjoyed all the movies. Like you said, I'm not big into like television just in general. I think the last TV show I watched was Chucky. This was really good. This was really surprising. I think the cinematography is really stunning. They really captured that like alien vibe, which I really like. Right. I also was really fortunate to watch the first episode, at least a year early. So I actually saw the first episode a year ago.
How'd you do that?
As part of a test screening. So the NDA is way expired by now, so I can talk about it. But I did a secret test screening, and they were like, "Yeah, you got to be super secret because this is going to be a big show." And I was like, "Okay, sure, whatever." And I was like expecting it to be like some, because I do these test screenings all the time, and most of the time, as you watch it, and you're like, "Yeah, that was something," and then you forget about it, and then like 2 years later, it comes out, and you're like, "Oh, hey, I remember that." But I remember the second the like when how the letters come on the Alien title screen like one line at a time. The first line popped up, I was like, "What?" I was like, this can't be what I think it is, and then it was.
So sick.
So when you do that, you have no idea what it is until it starts.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, how are you? Because I know you went to school to make films, so I assume you made connections through that. Like, how does that work? How did you get hooked up with being able to do this?
There's this website called Preview Free Movies. I've actually been doing this even longer than I been a film student.
You watch it at home, like you don't have to go to a screening. This is a link you get sent.
Yeah, before I signed up when I lived in Los Angeles, way before the pandemic, and they used to actually like give you a ticket, and they would be like, "Come to this theater," and you put your phone in the box, and you'd watch the thing, and you fill out a actual paper survey afterwards. But I don't know if they still do that in LA, but at least where I live now, which is in Seattle, everything's pretty much virtual screenings. So they put you in a Zoom, and then they put you in a virtual theater where you're watching at the same time everybody else in the Zoom room is. So then you come back and have a discussion afterwards. But yeah, it's very different. So it's all virtual, and that's how I've been doing it since leaving LA. And it was super cool because you get to see it before they finish all the special effects too. So
wow,
really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really cool.
It's like a peek behind the curtain a little bit.
It's really interesting. This is what's it called? Showrunner is Noah Hawley. I have not seen Fargo, and I've only seen one season of Legion, but I've heard nothing but good stuff about Fargo, and Legion was dope from what I saw, and from what I hear, almost as dope as 9 Bit Grid. My brother, what up, man? Appreciate you being here. Said Alien Earth was way better than I ever thought it could be. Yeah. Hell yeah, man! It was. right off the bat, just the way it opens up, you can see like, okay, I'm glad that they went the route that they did with the. I said this before, but why can't I think of his name? Ridley Scott. He's always seemed like he was a little bit more interested in humanity and what it means to be human and artificial intelligence and all that, the synths in the movies, than he was than the aliens itself. And I felt like this did a really good job of continuing that legacy in a lot of ways, and it could go deeper. I feel like they're going to get even deeper into what it means to be a human and all that, and morality that's tied to it in future seasons, which I hope we get. But they also didn't let up on the aliens too. I loved that we had a variety of different aliens,
Oh my God.
variety of different villains. I've got a thing for the cast where I'll pull up some
yeah.
key figures in a little bit. We can get into it a little bit deeper, but so many good villains. Most good shows, you've got your main villain, and then you've kind of got your one side villain that's cool. And this had like 4 or 5, and then by the end of it, you're like, wait, fuck, is everybody a villain? Like, what is going on? Almost everybody is a little bit villainous by the end of it. But I really enjoyed it, man. I will say, just like my little bit of criticism would be that I don't think this is like a top tier show, just because there wasn't many like, oh my God moments for me, like character wise, like not like Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad or Lost or something like that, with the way some of those episodes would end, where you turn the person you're next to, you'd be like, oh my fucking God, like I can't believe that happened. Maybe you guys can tell me you had those moments, but I don't think there was enough really crazy moments like that. But everything was super solid. I loved every performance. Some of the characters were obviously a lot better than some of the other characters, but almost all the performances I thought were fucking top notch. Like I went through the cast, and there's only one that I would replace with someone else if I could. But and the action was great. Like I said, the aliens were so fun. It had plenty of humor, and there wasn't a stinker in the whole season. But I still don't feel like there was that one episode that like most great shows will have in a season. I don't know. I wonder what you guys' favorite episode was, or if you disagree with me. But I don't think there was that one like crazy, like mind blowing, I'm gonna remember it for the rest of my life episode, like what we would get in Lost and Breaking Bad and some of the Sopranos and shit like that. But Stu, my man, what just general overall thoughts, and do you agree with anything that I said there, like about it? Just
I think I agree with what you're saying, but I think we also got to give it a little bit more time to get there. I don't know like how many of those seasons or how many of those shows you mentioned had those type of like incredible episodes in the first season, but I feel that. I feel like
you got to build the characters in order to get those moments.
Right. But I feel like the groundwork we're laying here can definitely generate them. I think to me it was stronger. The season was stronger in the first half, or like I guess the first 2/3 of it. The finale was a bit of a stumble to me. It wasn't like necessarily like threw it off, but it wasn't as strong as I guess I wanted it to be, or not necessarily where I thought the story was going.
Right.
I still think they did a nice job setting it up moving forward. But yeah, I thought the look of it, the way it, like you said, dude, the way it kind of honored everything that's come before it with alien genre. There's so many great compilation videos out there of like putting the clips together, comparing it to the original movie, and it really is like in some sense, like in some scenes, it's like almost like a shot for shot remake.
Right.
Like I love the him in the control room when the ship's going down. I mean, that's just like pure throwback right there. But
that's what Sal's saying. I think I might agree with Sal. I still think that episode could have hit a little bit harder, but it was great. It was almost like an alien, like a classic alien movie in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mini alien movie. And to be honest, Morrow was probably one of the more compelling, interesting characters for me. So
and
it's like to get that whole spot. Yeah. So, and because you kind of left, it's a callback to episode 1, the opening, and you're kind of like left with like, what the fuck? That seems very sinister. But then when you kind of meet him later on in the first episode, he's like, you're trying to get a read on him, because then it sees what he just did is really cold, but he doesn't seem like a completely cold dick. Right. So like the context being filled in episode 5 went a long way, and then it kind of gives his character an arc, his motivations by the end of that episode.
Right. That might have been maybe my favorite one. But even in that one, it's like I wish some of those characters. I still have a lot of questions. Like the Asian guy, what was he? Was that a droid? Why the fuck was he talking like that? Like, why was he so weird?
So
You know what I
the
mean?
creator Noah likes to leave a lot of things up to interpretation. It's very ambiguous. He commented on that character specifically, like he wanted him to be creepy, so people are like, he could be a human, he could be a cyborg.
He was kind of
the
red herring because it was kind of a whodunit episode. Like, who is the saboteur?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Stu, did you have more to say?
No, I think every single performance was incredible. I thought the way they, like I said before, they, honoring the past but doing something new, adding these new creatures to the zeitgeist, to the alien canon, and then like this other corporation, this boy wonder, like the Peter Pan,
boy Cavalier,
Pan vibes of it all. Like it was just so well written. There were so many layers of complexity to everything that was going on. All these characters had motivations that intrigued you and you wanted to know about, and they were, I thought, beautifully rendered on screen. Like the psychologist lady, what's her name, from Babadook, Essie Davis. Man, her whole arc was incredible. Like, in her and her husband, and just the way, what I've always loved about Alien is the class warfare part of it. Like, how at the end of the day, yes, these people are in these horrific situations, but they're in these situations because they're trying to feed their family or themselves, and they're at the mercy of these corporations which don't give a shit, which will take their lung out of them and grow a xenomorph in it. You know what I mean? And then charge them for the replacement. So it's like, I love, watching, like, that human aspect of it, but also I find myself, like, my favorite part of it is always like the robots, the sense, and here, like the Timothy Oliphant, Morrow, the old dude, the butler, like, you didn't know if he was a synth until kind of like towards the, it was awesome, dude. Yeah, Robbie told me what you said about Timothy Oliphant playing Magneto, bro. I love that.
Yeah, I seen that somewhere. I was like, bro, I wouldn't mind that. Like, that would be, I would not mind that. He'd be a pretty convincing Magneto.
He was so weird looking in this. Remember when they first announced Ryan Gosling as Ken? You're like, what? He just looks so weird. What? Well, then now it's like, what do you mean? That's Ken. That's what Ken looks like. Exactly what he looks like. That's how this was. You got used to it really quick. But off-putting. Just this is coming from a guy with slightly blonde eyebrows. Blonde eyebrows freak me the fuck out, man. Like, that's a weird look at a human being. But Lick, my man, what'd you think?
What was the question? Just
general overall thoughts.
Oh no, I thought it was dope. I enjoyed it. I thought I enjoyed the pacing. I enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed the characters, to be honest. What was fascinating to me was the opening crew, episode 5 flashback. Like, I feel like any character in here, you could have put the camera on them at any time and given them a whole like episode or like a flashback, and it would have been interesting. Like, the crew only really got so much screen time, but when they came back in the flashback, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing what their mission had been like, was entailed, or what they did, how to get to this point.
That's why I was glad that was the longest episode, that flashback episode. That was like 10 minutes longer.
Yeah, it was.
They tried to make, like we said, an alien movie in the middle of it.
I do like the aesthetics. I think that's like one of the biggest praises this show's got. But I think it connects to something that what bothered me about Legion was that it was like they never set like a date. It is like people look dressed in like it was the fucking 60s, 70s, but then you'd see like the internet or some shit, and you like, well, what year is this? And so they never. It was like very retro, so I think that aesthetic really fit for like Alien.
Yeah.
I don't know, and so I think in terms of the ending, if we're
hold on, let's get to the ending later. I want to end with the ending. Okay,
not the ending. No, I just want to comment on like the structure. Like, I think it's gonna follow like an act of a play, movie, whatever, beginning, middle, end, first, you know. So like, because that's how Legion was. He only did 3 seasons of Legion, and you know, Fargo is like one and done. I mean, he's done multiple seasons, but it's always every season is entirely different. So he likes to do the short form stuff.
This was originally FX asked him to do it for 2 seasons, and he says it could be 2 to 3 seasons. It hasn't been greenlit for a second season, but all signs point to that there will be a second season at least.
Hell yeah.
If I feel if this does well, I think they could extend it to a 3rd season, because it's like the way Legion was structured, it's like really it was kind of mysterious the first season, then like 2nd season it was like all shit went to hell, and then 3rd season it was like even really darker, but you know, I had a nice tidy ending. I don't want to ruin it, but it was very, you know, like it's one of those shows where characters start off at the beginning, they're going to be in an entirely different place by the end of the series. This shit, it's crazy, that transformation.
There's so much potential for this, like especially where I had complaints where it's like, oh, well, just what I envisioned, like Alien Earth, like okay, like we didn't get a lot of like regular, like what is life like? I've always wondered what is life like on Earth in the Alien franchise, and we didn't get any normal human being. The brother,
it was just the prodigy.
Hermit would be the closest one that's kind of like a regular person, but everybody else was a synth, a billionaire genius, or you know what I mean, something like that. And that is, I think, like they'll go deeper. Like next season, like I want to see like an alien attacking Wrigley Field, something like that, like some recognizable, iconic place. And I want to see an alien there, and I want to see an alien in the fucking snow. Those are the 2 things that I want to see next year. Aliens in the snow and aliens in recognizable, iconic, American, preferably, sites. But Wes, man, what do you think? First season, Alien Earth.
I thought it was really good. I have a lot of the same kind of complaints and highlights, I think, that you all have said. Particularly what Stu was saying about just how exciting it is to see all these new monsters, all these new creatures. I've been calling it Eileen. I didn't start that. Somebody else started it.
I never heard that. That's great.
But I've been calling it Eileen after I saw somebody else online calling.
Is this what Hyan's saying? T.O. Celius? Is that?
Yeah. That's the
official name. T.O. Celius or whatever.
How dope would that be, though, brother? How dope would that be?
It's such a cool monster, and it's so gross. Oh, I just love it. But I do have the same like kind of soft complaints, I guess. Like I do wish that the ending hit harder, like there was kind of more resolved. I won't get terribly into it yet, but like there was just a few things that I felt probably should have been resolved for like a season of television that weren't. But like that's just my general issue with television, I think.
Right.
And but I really liked how it looked. I think the way that they shot it was amazing. It looked to me, I haven't done any research on this, so I'm just talking out of my butt kind of, but it looked to me like they were using like vintage anamorphic lenses, because it has like a really strong drop off on the edges where it gets kind of fuzzy. And it's just it's such a nice look. Every shot in the show looks amazing, and that's nice. Like even when the story kind of didn't satisfy me all the way through, the look of the show was beyond almost anything else I could think of that's kind of been at this level of science fiction television. So I mean, like it's a little bit of a mixed bag, but overall it's like 85%, like so close to being like one of the best shows I've ever seen, I think. You know, as an Alien fan, I'm a little biased, but it's good stuff.
Especially compared.
Can I ask personally?
Yeah, please.
What do you guys think should have been resolved by the end of this season, or something that, like, you know, because it's like it was a cliffhanger essentially, you know?
Right. I mean, for me, I don't know. This is one of the reasons why I kind of wish I was watching it week to week, because you have a week to think about what it was on the questions that you have. I think of WandaVision. WandaVision was the most fun I've ever had with a show, because I was so into it week to week, and it was so mysterious and all the fan theories. And I don't know how much of that was going on like online week to week. And it doesn't feel like there was a ton that was obvious. You know what I mean? There was, you could dig why is this guy spraying mold off the walls? That's something I didn't think of until I saw that online. I'm like, oh, he wasn't he? What was with this guy? Like things like that.
In the
But
beach
I don't know.
pursuit.
For me,
I wanted my conversation with the eye creature, man. Like, I'm pissed we didn't get that. I really wanted that.
Yeah.
I really wanted to throw in a human being and for them to have that like combo finally.
right? But these seasons,
I mean,
reasons why people are going to be
look
like, "Give me season 2." You know,
Right.
I feel like they do that stuff. They leave some things for the fans to be begging for more.
We did get him in a human, but I still think he's gonna end up in the brother though. I think that's gonna be like, because there is a lot of foreshadowing when it came to like the eye alien and the brother. Yeah.
You know why? Because he was the only, and this is like a bit of a downside. He was the only character that you're really concerned about. He's the human character that you really don't want to die. Most everyone else you're either not worried about because they're overpowered or they're a villain. So he's like one guy, and I'll just spoil. I teased earlier. He's the only performance that I could have replaced him. I'm not saying I think he's a bad actor. Like, he's definitely good and everything, but he's fucking got a weird delivery to me. And like everybody else,
you know what? It's funny about that. He played it in Black Mirror. He was in this episode where he was a piece of trash looking at
Shut Up and Dance, right?
Looking at.
Oh my god.
Yes, and so he played like an awkward social dude in that episode, so it kind of fits. He's a medic in this one, right? Because I was like, okay, because it kind of threw me off because I was like, why is he running around with soldiers? You know, he doesn't seem like the soldier type compared to everybody else, but him being a medic, it makes him more badass, to be honest, because he's like a medic that's field trained and shit. So
and I didn't hate him. I enjoyed the character. He was absolutely essential for the show. He had a weird way of delivering lines. And it was like, once it got in my head, I kept on really like focusing on like, how is this fucking dude delivering these lines? They're so strange.
He is British.
Is he? Okay.
I don't know if that factors into it yet. You know,
bro, I bet that is. I bet that's 99% of what it is. He just has a weird way of speaking in an American accent.
Yeah. It's a little wooden. Yeah. There's something odd about it. I agree.
Yes.
Since this is a TV show, there's like a fuck ton of characters. I couldn't fit them all into my little eight panel grid that I've made here. But Stu, you got any thoughts on like if you had to pick a one? Let me just ask you guys if I can go through like real quick, just like a one-word answer, one character answer, just performance, not most interesting character. I want to know what the buzz was online. Like, just each of you give me your favorite performance, and then we'll dive deeper into it. I wonder if we all have the same guy, because I feel like there's one guy that ran away with it. Stu, favorite performance?
It's a tie between Boy Cavalier and Morrow.
Okay, Link?
Morrow and Timothy Olyphant's character.
Wes?
Yeah, I think Kirsch and Wendy are probably the most compelling characters to me.
Performance-wise, too?
Yeah,
Kirsch.
yeah.
I gotta say Morrow. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's the reason why
great. Absolutely.
I just feel like in a show that had like everybody on the screen right now, besides maybe Hermit, which I mentioned, like fucking floored me with their performance. I thought it was so good.
Yeah.
But Morrow, I feel, was like a level up over everybody. And I've
every
never
time he was on
this
screen,
guy, never seen him. He had this like super intensity to him with never like really having to raise his voice. And there's something about that I love. It's just like a crazy fucking look in his face. Like, remember when he had those like he's like downloading something from the ship that he's on, those lights going up
and talking to
he's sweating while he's downloading it. He just looked insane. Like I loved his performance so much. But Stu, you got a favorite or just your general thoughts on the cast?
I mean, everybody brought it, man. I thought, you know, how all the new sense like portrayed that childlike innocence and naivete was incredible. I thought all of them really did a fantastic job. And then like the Oliphant and Morrow were such anchors, especially in like the home stretch, man. And I think they really like were the glue that held that show together. Yeah, dude, the fight was incredible, and I just loved, you know, like Kirsch kind of. You thought Morrow had the upper hand, and then Kirsch, you know, turned the tables on him, and because you were wondering why Kirsch was helping him out, you know. B7, here's the elevator. B7, like it was so.
Can we pause and get into that? Like, why do you guys think? Because then right after that, he's still all that would be doing would be helping Weyland-Yutani. Why would he have done that? Why would he have helped them?
Well, I see that's why I liked Kirsch's performance, because it was very nuanced, where it's like ambiguous, where it's like he obviously he has some sort of allegiance or ties to Boy Cavalier, but at the same time, he's not afraid to he wasn't afraid to like speak his opinion and, you know, like tell him what's what, you know, and so there's like an air of defiance to him as well. Like, cause he commented when they went on their first mission, I forget who he was looking at, who he's talking to. I think he was talking to Wendy. Yeah, and he's talking about you guys used to be food, you know. He's like, you guys used to have short lifespans and operate off of fear.
Great
and then
moment,
you decided one day, you know. So it was like that was like him saying, I'm deciding I'm not going to be a tool. I don't have to listen to you. I'm a superior. Like it's kind of got the David shit going on to it from Prometheus.
For
where,
sure.
You know, he wants to ascend his creators.
Well, what weirds me out about that moment, it would have been one thing if he had some kind of allegiance to the children, right? The synths or whatever they are. I don't know the term that they have for them. The children, where he was helping them escape. He did something to try to help them escape, but it was like he was trying to almost help get the facehugger and the xenomorph off of the island too, and to Yutani, or was it just trying to get the kids off? Eric, I like your point, Eric. Eric's saying Curse has something going on that we don't know about. Exactly. It's like the existence is a science experiment. Yeah, I feel like that's something they can play with next season for sure.
Like I love that scene when.
Okay, so with the whole David comparison in Prometheus, he just started experimenting people just to see what happened. Like Kirsch could be the same way. Like he just wants to start fucking playing both sides just to see who ends up what's what, you know, just to see what happens. Like he hasn't. I mean, I don't know. That's where I see him taking it. Yeah, he's just got that mysterious. I don't know. There's something to him where it's like he could. I'm not surprised that he was doing something like that.
I love that scene where he's talking to Kirsch, or Kirsch is talking to Boy Cavalier, and he's like, "You're reacting emotionally." He's like, "Don't be emotional. Be smart." Or something like that. Like he's trying to talk about him with like the human side of his reaction.
Right. Like you guys are feeling fear. You got humans feel fear.
When they're coming back on the helicopter and things are going to shit in the lab, like fucking homeboy's got his face melted off and all that shit, and like Boy Cavalier's like, everything all right? And he's like, yeah, everything's good. Like he doesn't let him know. Like,
you guys I'll just speak for myself. I never got the vibe that he's a villain though, right? They kind of portray him a little bit as a villain, like Kirsch.
Cavalier?
Kirsch comes up. He's gonna end up being a good guy by the end. He was kind of a good guy this whole time, but I think
him as Kirsch just wants to watch it all burn, honestly.
Yeah. That's the vibe I get. I think he's gonna fuck a lot of shit up, but like I think in the end, like he'll be a sympathetic character that a lot of people will kind of root for.
I think just casting Timothy Oliphant in that role, he's got a lot of street cred as a likable guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's got that in him that I feel like that's where he fits better.
He's played a lot of dickhead characters. Maybe he's a likable dude, but
yeah.
Maybe just what the main stuff that I've seen him in. I haven't seen a lot. I had never seen Justified. Is he a good guy in that?
No, he is a good guy, but he's a cowboy, like a
he's a trigger happy sheriff or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question is this: if they have Kirsch and the older dude, why did they choose to do children for these new state of the art?
Here's my theory. I think Boy Cavalier is a hybrid. I think that
interesting.
That's why he started, like, because he was the first to do that, and so essentially him and his henchmen have been running around as fucking synth partners because I don't know, for him to have ascended as a 15, however old he is, he's young, into power that quickly. Mm-hmm. He had to have planned that for a while to implement that and put that into action.
It would explain why he doesn't need. It explained why he doesn't need shoes.
That fucking bothered me, bro.
Yeah,
I was just, oh my god, it's much science shit.
I
was saying the actor didn't wear shoes to the premiere. The guy that plays him, he went to the premiere fucking barefoot.
Yeah, I love the scene when like Weyland-Yutani gets on the phone after he recovers the shit, and he hops on the bed and he's got his feet kicked up behind him, and he's like,
it's so ridiculous. He's holding
like
the
a little
iPad.
3-year-old. Yeah. He's like, that's what lawyers are for.
I like how they're still using basically an iPad.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the retro stuff.
And it's like when
This
you
feels
think
like
about
the most
the way
Go on,
he
sorry, my
well,
bad.
no when he the way he described his father's death, remember in the finale, like, you know, that's basically what he did. So it could definitely be him, like inhabiting a synth and killing his own old man.
Right. I can
definitely
see
that.
him still existing and just like he sends his synth out to do his bidding, but he's the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like he's not dead. He's just letting him do
Yeah.
his shit while he's fucking off playing Fortnite.
Dang, yeah.
Eric asked, did the
Oh,
egg
I like-
open up near Cavalier? I don't know.
I'm trying to
I don't
remember
think it
that now.
did.
That's what I've been thinking through too. Because if the egg never opened up near Cavalier, then that would support him not
Interesting.
being human.
Why didn't
No, it started
did?
to at the when they first got it.
Kirsch told him to leave, didn't he? Kirsch was like, "Get out."
Kirsch was like, "Yeah, get out," and he like shoved his
That's
ass
right.
out. That's when
That's
Kirsch was
right.
like bossing up on him. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So there's something human to Boy Cavalier.
why didn't do you guys think
That's a yes.
you remember when the xenomorph comes up to Morrow, like when he
Damn
comes
it.
out of the sack and he's in the building or whatever, they're doing the search and rescue mission. Why didn't the xenomorph comes up to him, gets on his shoulder, and then doesn't kill him or doesn't fuck with him? Do you think that's because he's a cyborg? Like, could he be impregnated or whatever you would call it by a xenomorph or a
Morrow?
Morrow? Yeah.
You talking about?
I don't know. Morrow looks almost
maybe-
scared in that scene.
He
There's
did look
something. I
scared,
think
but why
there's
didn't he
something to
kill
like
him,
him
though?
being organic. Like maybe they have to be like complete. I don't know. Like I don't know if it's fear based. Because I don't know. I was really thrown off by that
Right.
because he just kind of closed his eyes and hoped for the best. But I don't know if it's because he's been like cybernetically enhanced that if it's something about where he can control pheromone level or something. I don't know. They really gave no clues.
There's one thing I saw when I was watching. I watched one YouTube video on it, and where the fuck am I going with this? Brain fart. Where was I going with that? Oh, I lost
the alien on the shoulder.
They were just kind of commenting on how there was a few different scenes where, like say when the female doctor from the Babadook, when she's at that grave, the xenomorph comes up behind her and like sitting there for a second. That happens a couple times throughout the series, but if you look back throughout the movies, xenomorphs will do that. Like there's the famous scene with the alien up in Ripley's face, and he's like kind of taunting her. So I guess it does kind of track the history of xenomorphs.
Even the brother, when it first took him when he met Wendy, it didn't kill him right away. It took him to that fucking meat truck and strapped him to the wall, like it was saving him for later and shit.
I feel like we see them think a lot more. Like we've seen them think in past movies, but they're like even more like strategic in this series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Link, did you tell me your favorite character, or was it on Wes?
Oh yeah. Favorite. Well, yeah. If I had to go between the two, I'm gonna go with Morrow. Like I said, anytime he was on screen, he was just commanded presence. So there's something really fascinating about him.
Oh yeah, Wes. Just general thoughts on the cast.
Yeah, I mean, they did a really good job casting this. I still think Kirsch and Wendy are probably my favorite. I like what Kirsch. There's so much potential in that character. I think, because there's so much mystery around it, but you can tell he's like deeply motivated, and so it's really interesting. And to have someone like Timothy Oliphant portray that is going to be great. And then I've never seen this Sydney Chandler actress before, but
is that Nibs?
She's
that's Wendy.
You know who her dad is?
Who's her father?
Her dad is he's been in the recent Godzilla movies. He's been in a bunch of shit.
Kyle Chandler?
He's like he's Hal Jordan. Yeah, he's playing Green Lantern. He's Hal Jordan. What's his name?
Kyle Chandler.
He Super 8, the dad from Super 8, the cop dad.
I think it might be Kyle Chandler, maybe.
Kyle Chandler, yes. Did you just look it up, son of a?
No, I heard Stu say it twice.
Oh shit! Oh damn, Stu.
I love that.
Good job.
You're good.
Hell
You're
yeah.
good. You're good.
I wanted to point out, like, just like story wise, I love Nibs. Nibs was super interesting.
Yeah.
Where, like, she's
Was he the friend that
she's the redhead. I
She got
believe.
wiped.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Okay.
That was really
Yeah, that
interesting
was
how like
crazy.
she became I kind of look at her as almost like a villain. It's really going to be interesting the next season, and we can get into this when we talk about the end of it. But I feel like I'm like a little bit afraid of Wendy. I'm afraid of Nibs. Like all of our heroes, like just the look that Hermit and the chick from the Babadook, the look on their face when they're like, and now we rule at the ending. That was how I think the audience is supposed to feel. It's like, oh shit, I can't trust any. Are these even humans? Like, are they gonna stick to any kind of moral code after this?
Right.
I assume they are.
They did ask that
show.
question. The scientist dude that with the guy that got eyed at the end, he did say he was like he said like worst case scenario is we've killed some children and we have AI walking around thinking
Right.
they're human.
Children.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved that how it got like dark at the end. Where like you could watch that and be like, oh, celebratory, like be out totally on their side. As soon as at the end of episode 7, when Nib starts, actually even before that, I was gonna say when Nib starts fucking punching that lady in the mouth at the end, she's about to kill this security guard, and then the brother stops her. But even before that, when Wendy releases the xenomorph, and now the xenomorph is going around and killing all these guards, and if you're looking at it, you know what I mean, right and wrong. These are people just trying to live their life, and they're in this fucked up society where
they're trying to suppress her.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they weren't necessarily like people that I think deserve the death penalty from Wendy. So we've got our main character going around killing innocent people, and the way so you can view them as innocent people. It wasn't so cut and dry like in a movie, like, oh, they're the bad guys, we can kill them. In my opinion, she was killing a bunch of good human beings, and she's a machine. So it was really like, I loved it. I thought it was really well written in that regard. And they didn't like spell it out to you that was what was going on. But there were some characters that were seeing it that way. And that is what was kind of interesting about it.
Yeah. I love that scene when the xenomorph takes everybody out and like the brother's just looking at the carnage afterwards. Like when they walk on the path.
Yo,
like,
the best after Carnage scene was I want to say it was the first episode where it's like he goes into that ballroom dinner and sees all the people just fucking laid out and flayed, dog. Like,
I love that. You know what that reminded me of was Fallout. Like that was someplace you could show Fallout. Like everyone dresses like in powder.
Deathclaw.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like some kind of weird little like cult inside of the world or whatever. You know what I loved when they were outside of the door? There's a handful of times it's a xenomorph thing. It's a Michael Myers thing. But anytime that you see the xenomorph in the background, just doing creepy shit, like he's a statue, and all of a sudden you see that
moving the shit.
It's just randomly hanging upside down somewhere in the background, doing acrobatics.
I want to. What do I want to do? I want to bring up this thing if it will allow me to. Da-da-da. Let's play a game. Let's play a little bit of trivia, and then I got 20 slides. We've got 6 questions each, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to show you guys a picture of an alien from a fucking horror movie, a TV show, and some of it just random pop culture shit. Not everything is horror. It's mostly horror, but there's a few aliens sprinkled in here outside of the genre. So this is just for fun. Every 4th one will be for you guys in the chat. So let's play this. Then we'll go back and we'll rate this bad boy. We will get up out this bitch. So Stu, I know how much you love the trivia, so let's start with you, my friend. Oh wait, you know what? Let me get my paper and pen. 1 second. All right. At the last second, I'm like, you know what? I love doing trivia, and I had a decent idea.
Do I get a Jason mask if I win?
No, I'll send you one regardless, brother. I'll send you one regardless. I think I'm gonna set up like a full separate trivia show. Just to dish out another couple Jason masks.
Hell yeah.
To you folks out there in the chat and whatnot, but you guys play along too. So Stu, Link, and Wes. So Stu, let's start with you, my brother. Do you know what movie or franchise? You don't got to get super specific with these. And again, I just put them in there super random. So some are hard, some are super easy, and it's all random. Stu, what movie is this from?
Oh, that's Nope.
That's Nope.
Jean Jacket.
Jean Jacket, baby.
Yeah. Which
I loved. There's so much variety in aliens in pop culture that it was like fun making this little slideshow, to be honest with you.
That scene when they're all in the fucking and that thing's gut. I
love that, man.
Oh
yeah. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that because I did that with Eric and Nick a couple years back. But I think next year, I think next year we're gonna have to knock out all the Jordan Peele movies.
Hell yeah.
Missing Link. Do you recognize this alien or other dimensional being?
Stranger Things.
It is Stranger Things, which I meant to add at the beginning. Some of these may be other dimensional beings, not necessarily aliens. But yes, this is the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Demogorgon.
Wes.
Oh, that's one of the Cenobites from Hellraiser.
That's one of the Cenobites from Hellraiser. Another other dimensional being. So, chat, this one's for you. Coming up. Peter had Stranger Things. He was right there. The alien cowboy hat. I assume you're talking about from Nope.
Oh, yeah, it is kind of like a cowboy hat.
All right, chat. This one's for you guys. Ooh, do you know what movie or franchise this alien is from? Don't leave me hanging either, chat, or else it gets awkward. It gets awkward. Evan, you never know if Evan's here. Then he's like, he's on top of it. Evan had killer clowns. Eric from 9 Panel Grid had killer clowns, but not before Grease Lightning. Evan, he of the internet that lives in the future. All right, Stu, this one's on you, big guy. You know this alien?
Ooh, is that Coneheads?
The motherfucking Conehead.
Oh yeah.
I've not seen that in a minute.
Neither have I, dude.
We just watched it last week, and I was like blown away by the cameos, and I forgot how much everybody that was alive and funny in the 90s is in this fucking movie.
Coneheads was a big movie, bro.
It was so
Yeah,
good.
it was.
Link?
Shit. I know this movie.
You do. Even if you don't remember the name of it, you just describe the movie, you get a point.
It's that movie where it's like no dialogue and it's a home invasion with aliens. It's got one of those long titles, like something is killing the children.
Something like that. I'll just ask you, did we cover it on Blood Splatter Chatter?
Yes.
You get a point. You know what it is. And this isn't for anything, so it's just for fun. Does anyone remember the name of it? No one will save you.
That's right.
No one. Okay.
You saw that too, Wes? Good flick,
I was about to say sorry to bother you, and I was like, wait, no, that's a different movie. But I did see this one. Yeah, this is a good movie. Yeah.
It was. I enjoyed it. Yeah. It was
you didn't do that one, Stu? You weren't with us?
I don't think so.
It's really good. It was a Hulu movie, right? Like last year or the year before. Really good. Like really kind of out of nowhere. Really fun, enjoyable movie. Wes, you know this one?
Oh my goodness. I don't think I do.
I think you do. I think you've seen the movie.
It's pretty badass looking, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It might be a tricky image to nail it.
Oh my god. Is this a extra dimensional or alien? Is this
I'll just tell you it's an alien.
It's an alien from a
movie.
All right. From a movie. I want to say
super popular mainstream blockbuster movie.
Okay.
Directed by a man's the name starts with John.
John.
Anybody? Does anybody know it?
I don't think I know this one. It's not it kind of looks like the bear from Annihilation, but it's not. And that's also I don't think it counts as an alien.
Last name Krasinski. A Quiet Place.
Oh shit!
Wow,
why does it look like he's got,
that's what they look like? I thought they look completely different.
It's weird close because it looks like he's got like
You don't normally see.
It looks like he's got like shoulder pads on and shit. You know, like he's like a suit of armor with like a monster face.
You see it either fully open where it looks like the Demogorgon, or you see it closed.
Yeah,
this is it, kind of like in mid movement right there. So all right, chat. This one's for you. Evan, this one's for you. Oh, it's an easy one. It's an easy one. Come with it, chat. Who's got it? Evan, of course. Evan coming through with They Live. Again, like I said, they're not all horror. But this is one, it's not fucking horror, but it's John Carpenter. We're going to have to cover this one on the channel, too.
That's a great movie.
All right. Sal had They Live. Evan had They Live. And Stu. What you got right here? You know these little fuckers?
Gremlins?
Close, but no cigar. Anybody else know it?
Oh, I do know. What the fuck is that movie?
Critters.
I don't.
Critters. Link coming through with Critters, which we covered on DHS a few years back.
Oh, yeah.
Evan is Quick Draw. Sal had Critters. Eric had Critters after Link said it. I'm fucking keeping track. I know what you're doing, E. I know what you're doing. No, I'm just joking, bro. Link. What about this guy?
But man,
it's a tricky one.
Sack face. I've never seen this movie.
You've seen it.
Face.
The only
Have
reason I
I?
put it on here was because of how fucking funny it was. I'm like, yeah, that's got to go on there. You've seen it. It's an old comedy movie. This is actually number 2 in the franchise. Older.
I give up.
Anybody
I'm
know
stumped.
it? Men in Black 2.
Oh.
Men in Black 2.
You know,
I just,
God damn it.
I saw that. I'm like, oh, I got to do it. Yeah, he had it. Men in Black. Old nutsack face. Wes?
Oh God, is that another Hellraiser thing?
It's a great
No. Sorry. So close. It's Hellraiser in space. It's Event Horizon.
It's Event Horizon. Well done. What is the name of the movie? It was the first movie that you and I ever did together. Possession. Why can't I think of the name of this actor? What's his name?
Yeah, Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Yeah.
Jurassic
Sam
Park,
Neill has
baby.
a
good.
surprisingly large horror portfolio.
Yeah, a weird one too.
Yeah, super fucking weird. Yeah, The Omen 3, Possession, In the Mouth of Madness. Sale had Event Horizon. Eric had Event Horizon. All right, chat, this one's for you. This one's for you, chat. Where? What movie is this alien from? I think he's an alien.
Yeah, definitely.
Slither. Why isn't it showing?
Who's it, Evan?
There we go. Evan,
I knew it.
Yeah. You knew he was. You knew he was. Oh, yeah. I love that movie. That's one we did on DHS. We definitely have to do pretty soon. Sale saying just released a prequel comic book of Event Horizon.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Wow.
All right, Big Stu. Do you know this one? I feel like this is there's like 3 images I was picking from this movie, and this was probably the hardest one.
I don't, man. I don't know that one.
I'll just tell you, this guy is getting pulled out from underneath the garage door. That's what's happening in this photo, if that helps you a little bit.
Not really.
Anybody know it?
Is it
Link?
The Mist.
It's The Mist.
I love
yeah.
The Mist. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Link.
Now, is this an man, it looks like some weird Silver Surfer. It's not Annihilation.
Mm-mm. I will say this brown-haired person that this black alien is hanging over is an Avenger. That's the clue. It's not in the fucking movie an Avenger, but the actor
I know that
is an Avenger.
Huh? No, I don't know.
Evan knows.
Hold on.
Oh,
no.
sorry.
It's Scarlett Johansson, though, right? I haven't seen it though. I've heard of it.
It's so good.
I love that movie.
So good.
Love it.
As I'm realizing, I just put like a list together of movies that we have to do because after every one of these, I'm like, we got to do this one, man. Hell yeah, Under the Skin is so fucking good. Wes, you know this one by chance?
God damn, I'm so bad with alien movies. I'm just now learning this.
I don't know if I would have got this one.
Very interesting.
I'm just gonna guess a random alien movie. Is it The Fifth Element?
It is not. Does anyone know it's a sexy alien movie from the 90s?
A sexy alien
with a sexy female alien.
Return of the Living Dead 3?
Great guess.
No.
Species.
Species. From Dusk Till Dawn. That's a sexy 90s movie. But yes, Species. I have not seen that one in there. Was that Guillermo del Toro? Species? Or is that Mimic? Mimic is, I get those confused.
Oh, it is. I always forget that he did that. Eric had Species. Hyun had Species. Mila Djokovic. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to trust whatever that you're right about whatever you're saying there, Hyun. All right, am I back on the chat? I think I am. Chat, this one's for you. Chat. Come on, chat. You guys got this one? Come with it.
That's a xenomorph, right? That was in Alien 3?
Yeah, this is cousin. I expect everyone to get this before Evan. That's how
Evan is the only one that isn't on a delay, man. Everyone comes through right after Evan. Seriously, Evan, after this, you got to send me
the LMAO, the extra the word.
You got to send everybody your provider, bro. We want to know your fucking Wi-Fi. Stu, you know this one?
Yes. What the fuck? I just watched this one. What was it? Is this man? Cloverfield.
It's Cloverfield.
Yes.
There we go.
I was going to say American Godzilla.
You guys have all been sitting at 2 for a while now, so I haven't been updating the scores. But Stu's got 3, Link's got 2, and Wes has 2. Evan had Cloverfield down in the chat. Evan's on that good internet. You're goddamn right he is, man. All right, missing link. You know this alien.
Oh,
it's blurry,
I love this movie.
Blurry because it's what's that?
Signs. I love this movie.
Signs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's blurry photo because it's blurry in the movie, man.
Yeah, Joaquin freaked the fuck out after
traumatized an entire generation with that shot.
Wes, I almost took this one out because I'm like, no one's gonna know this. It's fucking hard. But I left it in because he's cool looking, man.
He is cool looking. I feel like I might have actually maybe even seen this movie, but I really have no. Is it? Oh my god! It's not. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
No, that would have been. I should have had Close Encounters. I don't know if you ever see him in that. I don't remember.
I don't think you do either.
They would know.
I just have no clue what this
is. You see him at the end, like in silhouettes, I think.
Yeah, kind of like up in the thing. Yeah.
It's the same in this. You never see any aliens to the end. This is almost a fucking spoiler that there is actually aliens in the movie. But Fire in the Sky. 1990s movie. That's all. It's like kind of like this realistic, like kind of grounded. These buddies go out. These kind of hillbilly guys go out, and they get sucked up.
Travis. It's based on the guy's like abduction.
Oh, okay, based on a true story. Really good
supposedly,
movie.
Yeah. He says
he was Spielberg do that.
No.
Which one did he?
What's funny is it has Elliot from E.T. is in that.
Oh, nice.
Who's also
okay.
And shit. Really, really good movie though. Kind of like just a unique take on an alien abduction story. It's about like these people get abducted and then they come back and they're like, we got abducted. The whole town's like, yeah, right. Where's your buddy? Did you kill him? They're like, no, we fucking got abducted. They're like, yeah, right. You guys killed him. So it's really cool.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Who am I on? This on the chat? That was for you, Wes?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that was
chat.
Come with it, alien chat. Ever.
Come with it, chat. This is a creepy one. Very extra creepy. Come on, The Thing. Evan coming through with The Thing, which we'll be covering at the end of Horror Fest here on Blood Splatter Chatter. Eric had it, The Thing, the dogs. This is one of like the gnarliest scenes in horror to me. All right, last round right here. Link and Stu tied at 3. Wes has 2. Stu, you know this alien?
Son of a bitch.
You just saw this. You saw the remake of this earlier this year. One of the best horror movies of this.
There's a remake.
It wasn't a remake of it, but it had a lot of similarities. Like it was a shout out. They had a scene that was a homage.
I know what you're talking about. I
do not know.
Link?
Yeah, no, don't
throw it out, Link.
The faculty.
Evan will throw it out. Oh. The fucking faculty. I love. This is one of those movies that like I grew up with, loved it when it came out because you love everything when you're a kid or young.
Yeah.
And then we redid this for DHS. I'm like, damn, does this movie hold up? Like this movie is still so good, man. Pete saying, Evan, too quick answer before I saw the pic. Oh damn! See, I think that's what's going on. Somehow Evan is not on a delay that everyone else is on. Sal, not to take anything away from you, Evan. You just know your shit. You know, you're not taking anything away. Missing link. You know this guy? Or this alien?
I know this actor. Is this Body Snatchers?
I'll give it to you. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Even though there is a movie called Body Snatchers, but you definitely get it.
Thank you.
Link sitting there with Ford taking the lead, which I think you actually took the W.
Donald
Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Pleasance is Dr. Loomis from
Yes.
Just for fun, Wes. Do you know this alien?
Once again, I feel like I do.
You do. This is one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. 1988. It's a remake of a 50s movie.
Okay, is it The Blob?
Oh,
it's The Blob. I think this was the second movie that young Master Stu ever did with us. I think we did the second, and then the following week was The Blob. I'm pretty sure. All right, chat. This one's for you, just for fun. Link won on the panel. Wes has already won in the chat, but just for fun, chat. Name the franchise that this is from. Bonus, no points if you name the specific movie. Predator, and then just for fun, because I do have one more. Anybody know this on the panel or the chat?
Yeah, that was from the what's it called? The Abyss or whatever.
The Void.
The Void.
That was a
Hell
I
yeah.
love that look, dude. It's
So good, I know, right? Especially that specific alien. Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for playing along. Evan wins in the chat. Link wins on the panel. Stu, your mask will be in the mail, I promise.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, let's go around now. Just final thoughts and a rating. I know it's 8 episodes. We all spent hours and hours watching this shit. So if anything else that we didn't get to, there's probably so much that we didn't get to. But if you have any additional thoughts, throw them in there at this point. But Stu, your rating, and then as I told Link and Stu earlier, throwing you a curveball. Something about this feels appropriate for me to, instead of doing out of 5, do a letter grade. Wes, when I first started the channel, just to be different, just to be edgy, we did a letter grade instead of a number rating. And I ended up getting over it. But there's something about this where I wanted to rate it with a letter rating. It just seemed easier for me. So
Nice.
Stu, what do you give it?
This one's definitely an A, man. I mean, it's not an A+, but it is an A. It does, so many things well. Incredible world building and set design, and the creature looks great for it being in a suit and moving around. I love the honoring the old and bringing something new to the table. Incredible performances by everybody in the cast. I just would have liked a little bit something different from the ending, but regardless, I'm going to be glued in for season 2. I'm glad we're going to get more of this, and yeah, man, I think it's one of the best shows of the year. It's been a smash hit. I think it delivered on all fronts, and a really great piece of writing, I think.
What was just you guys on the panel and you guys in the chat, because like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of horror TV. What's the other show or shows that have been big this year? I'm not saying, you know what I mean? I just don't. I really don't know. What's that?
Peacemaker's been up there.
Severance?
Has it been good? Because I love Peacemaker.
Peacemaker's coming out right now, and people are pretty high on the second season. Yeah,
I bet. Is James Gunn?
Yeah, that's what's
doing it again, right?
Mm-hmm. James Gunn wrote it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Severance came out earlier this year, but that's the
one.
Show.
I mean, that's the other one that I hear so much about is Severance.
Yeah, I do think it's been kind of a quieter year with television, though. That's a good point.
Revival, maybe. Eric saying, and then Pete says Peacemaker has been great. New episode tonight. I have to catch up on how deep are we in Peacemaker? Just a few.
We're almost up to the finale. No, 5.
Oh, really?
We're 5. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I fucking adored season 1. I watched it 2 or 3 times.
Man.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm missing Link. Letter grade. What you got?
I'll do some. I got some little bullet point notes. So I'll just read off for the hell of it. Love the Lost Boys. Scene of them transition into their bodies. I actually love when Noah Hawley does that whole. He'll like have someone's face faded in the background while bringing in the transitioning in another scene, and it like fades in. It's really, and he does that quite a bit. The visual aesthetics, I said that. Wendy's Brothers from Black Mirror, we covered that. I loved how the show kind of followed the themes of bodily autonomy. Like, it's like, in the first one, it's face hugger, and then what it does. And this one, it's like the hybrids and how they don't have control over themselves. And it's like, when that one henchman was talking to the boys and he's like, we'll just review your eye cameras. And like, what? We don't really like that. And it's like,
you do what?
They don't give 2 shits about what they like. Yeah. So that was interesting. Corporate greed, the whole Prodigy, Waylon, thing was interesting. I'm curious. I want to see like where the whole, because clearly synthetics end up at the beginning of this first episode. It's kind of like there's a race between like who's going to win, hybrids, synthetics, cyborgs.
Right.
Clearly, we know synthetics win that out.
First thing we hear about in the show. So they really. What's the name? Because someone said it in the chat earlier. What is the name of the corporation from the Blade Runner franchise?
Oh, that's the Tyrell Corporation.
That would be cool if they were to, because it's never been officially tied in, right?
Blade Runner.
Right.
And this
that's never been known.
5 corporations bring the Tyrell if I don't know, maybe Ridley Scott has to okay that, but that would be super dope. They introduced this whole idea of this is how the Earth is ran, and they just touched the surface of it. So I feel like you could have like a lot. I don't want them to overdo it, but they could do a couple more seasons. There's a lot of room to expand on what they've put out.
Yeah,
for sure.
You just shot it out earlier. I think it's kind of gone over. People, it's how kind of a nod to the creators of how well of a job they've done, but the fact that they've introduced these new alien species and no one's like fucking like that's bullshit. Most of the responses have been pretty positive, like, oh, that's cool, that's interesting.
Agreed.
Instead of people like, this isn't fucking 1978, 79 Ridley Scott. I think a lot of complaints for most of the Alien franchise, that's what it is. It's not Alien. It's like none of them are going to be Alien. Obviously, I mean, there's degrees of how they could be better, but I think that complaint falls short. But I think the show has done a very good job at out of anything I've seen, it really emulating the original movie. So I think the fact that they've introduced.
It's a type of thing that could bug me because I could be like, come on, give me more Xenomorph. Right. That's what I came for. I signed up for Xenomorph.
Right.
But they nailed it. Like, I don't think we've paid enough love and attention to the eye on this episode.
Fucking,
because it's great. It's such a cool concept. It looks cool like on its own. It looks cool in the sheep. It looks cool when it's controlling other people.
Yeah.
And the potential. I kind of like that they held back that we didn't see it speak because we all want to see it speak. So, like, yeah, the eye is the shit.
We didn't touch on it.
Plant, it presents as flora, but it could be fauna.
Yeah,
that plant was really cool, and I want to see
that's hanging from the wall.
Yeah.
You didn't touch on it, but the fucking when the fucking eye monster went toe to toe with the fucking xenomorph, bro, that was sick. He's when
it's in like the other guy,
host, obviously.
That guy bites the fucking xenomorph.
That was crazy. Super cool. I think. Oh my god, I have this crazy theory that the eye wants to get into the xenomorph.
I thought the way the xenomorph was reacting, I was like, "Oh shit, get in that!" Yeah, that's
because the fly can the spit from the fly can burn through silicone, which we know is what the xenomorph skin is made out of. So if it dissolves that like patch right there, it probably has free access to that part of the xenomorph right there.
It's gonna get in there, and the xenomorph's gonna be like, oh. Finally, I'm able to see.
I don't think the eye is interested in talking. I don't think it is. I think even if they get it into a living human being, I don't think it's going to speak. I think that's going to be something that Boy Cavalier is super disappointed in if that ever happens. Because it's
it's just going to keep shitting on the floor and be like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly. What if it has no interest in speaking?
What if it gets into a synth though? Then it's really going to be interesting.
I don't think there's any. I think it would just shut the synth down though, because I think it has to connect to the nervous system or the brain or something.
Organic. Yeah. That would be interesting though. But okay, what if like the Xeno? There's like it's like a kind of like thematically. There's like a lot of stuff like nods to the original. What if this is like between the eye and the xenomorphs? It's like a warring thing. Maybe it's the last of its species, and it's got something against the xenomorph, or maybe there's something against xenomorphs in that species, kind of like the predator, whatever they're called, the predator and the xenomorph. Like there's something against those two species.
We could get another flashback with the ship crew. You know what I mean? And see how they got that alien, the eyeball, and the xenomorph, and them collecting the specimens with Marvel. That would be pretty fucking cool.
That would be cool.
I could see them doing that for season 2. To be honest, like I could see season 2 opening up with the original crew on their mission, and then it's like maybe by the end of the episode, the first episode, we're tying into present day shit, or it's like maybe even episode or 2. Yeah,
they could open it up the same way, where they kind of replicate the camera movements from the first one, the way they did in this one, just kind of go back to it. Sal said, "I love this." I'm right there with you, Sal. I love the opening to each episode. Such a clever way to be like previously on Alien,
right?
These little snippets, and then when it gets to where the music kind of peaks in each intro, with that tone, that the music that it does is so fucking cool. It's easy. So like I'm saying, the only thing I didn't like from the show was the needle drops. I'm with you there. The music pulled me way out of it even more.
Yeah.
Even though I dig the songs, I'm with you. It was just, to me, it was like they were kind of feeling my complaint where I'm like, this doesn't feel like as much Earth as I thought it was. They're like, well, let's put some Earth music in there. That was the vibe that I get. Let's play some Earth music to make people feel Like this is an Earth show. Pete saying they have been canonically connected. You guys know exactly what he's talking about?
He's talking about the Tyrell Corporation, Blade Runner, and Alien again?
Oh, they have been. Okay, I could see that. There's a lot of Alien movies.
So that mean that would.
He's saying one more nerd gripe. This messes with the xenomorph life cycle we see in Alien Romulus.
Yeah, I'm very confused about the xenomorph life cycle. Every new piece of this franchise that gets released only makes me less sure of exactly how the xenomorph life cycle works.
Yeah. There's always slight tweaks.
Yeah, and I'm
Worf,
like, what?
Worf 814. First of all, love the name, love the profile picture, love the Worf. He should have been in the fucking trivia earlier. He says they all wanted the smoke when he was in the human he attacked. When he popped out the mechanic eyeball, he attacked again.
I think it wants the
strongest. Yeah, he didn't even body. He just went straight at the xenomorph. He's like, "Fuck it, bro. Let's go."
Yeah.
Maybe that is what it is. Maybe when they caught them originally, they were in some kind of battle on some kind of planet. I like that. I like the idea.
That's how they caught it.
I think, like you said, it of the eyeball, the xenomorph having a history. Yeah. Pete saying a flashback when the dude's wife died. Whose wife died?
Is he talking about the dude that sold out the Minot to Boy Cavalier?
I'm not sure I can't remember whose wife died. Morrow and getting the bits about his daughter, which we never get. Like, is his daughter being held captive? You know what I mean? Like, what happened with his daughter? They kind of show us like, oh, he's human. Like, he has a past and he's not a complete piece of shit. He has a daughter, but we don't really get any many details on that. Pete said, yes, sir. So you guys are spot on. All right, Link, did you have more in your notes?
Oh yeah. No, just one more thing. I said
please.
The show focuses on themes of family and found family, which I thought was cool because it's like a lot of instances of like where it's, you know, people have especially with Wendy, where she's kind of unsure of her brother at the end of the show. But I'll give it a B+. It wasn't. There's a room to grow, but I thought it was really, really solid, especially what it did. And you know, every like Wes said, every entry into the Alien franchise, they're always trying to expand the mythos, and it's like to varying degrees of success. I think this entry was really successful.
Right. You know, it just kind of made me think the perspective of it. It's like in a TV show, you can expand it so much that maybe it was kind of smart that they showed some restraint. Don't go too far. Don't go too much all at once because it has ripple effects. You're affecting a whole franchise and future movies. So you don't want to like, oh, these are all the rules. You know, learn everything right here in this one season. So hell yeah. All right. So a B+ from the missing link. Where you at, Anna West? Or any final thoughts and a letter grade?
Yeah. I think I'm probably like A- B+, like right between there. Like I want to give it an A-, but there are a few things like the needle drops that do kind of pull it, because the needle drops, like I think like the first 3 episodes ended on some like 80s guitar song or whatever. Right. And I was like, this feels kind of I don't know, it doesn't feel alien. Like Alien to me always kind of sounds more like ambience and like it's kind of industrial sounds, you know. And then that was just like very macho, like 80s kind of action flick sound. And I was like, yeah, Alien technically has an 80s macho action film in its franchise, but like
Aliens,
you know, yeah, but its whole identity to me is more ambient and creepy, and I wish there was more of that over the 80s kind of guitar music, whatever that was happening. And if I'm like completely wrong about what era these songs came from, I don't know.
A lot of it was late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the music, but it did pull me out of it.
For sure.
And
I really like the song when they introduced Wendy.
Yeah.
For the first time, you know what I mean? I don't know what it was, but it felt like some like psychedelic old 70s type shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Show her on a cliff. That was really cool.
When she's like jumping off the cliff and stuff. That was cool. But like I think it's so close to. I just know the next season's gonna make it even better. Like it's so close to being like an A in my mind. It's just right there. It's so close. So like a B++.
I'm right there with you because I was going back and forth today. But I was like thinking like an A-, and then before the show started, I was like, you know what? I think I'm closer to a B+. And the reason I think why personally I was like, I like doing a letter grade because I think it's easier to be like, okay, for me, Breaking Bad is an A+. So where does this fall on that. For me, that's harder to do without a 5 for some reason. So I think like I'm excited. It's one of the few shows that like I am almost positive the next season is going to be even better. Unless they mess it up and they make some really bad decisions.
Yeah.
They've set up such a cool base. So I think they can tighten some things up. I think they can have those moments, watch a couple more fucking seasons of Lost, guys, or Breaking Bad, and find out how to end an episode that gets me super excited to watch another one. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe I missed something, but there wasn't that cliffhanger. That's like, oh no. Like again, there's something so important to me about the thing that makes you look over at the person that you're next to, and be like, ah. And this kind of lacked those moments.
I'm trying to think of like, because I don't really think Legion had too many, but because he is more of a like Holly's more of a like slow burn. But like Fargo, I do think there were some episodes where it's like, oh shit, can't wait to dive into the next one. Like can't wait to next week.
Right.
So I get what you mean, like the pace.
But part of it is all of them being synths. So it's like less, like you're less concerned about like their well-being. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, plus there's so many characters. You're trying to set everything up. You don't get to spend too much time with people. Which, by the way, just fucking randomly, I don't think we touched on enough of Snee and the two on the bottom left. There's one moment where they're like, bro, dude, I did this, and like there's a moment where they're all calling each other bro and dude, and they just really seem like some kids that was extra touching to me, and they were great at it. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing where they go.
Yeah.
But all right, so yeah, a B+ from the Wes, myself, and the missing link. Big Stu sitting at an A. We got a B+ from 9-panel grid. B+ after the finale. Could have been an A. Could have been a contender. Worf saying
could have been somebody.
The synth was on the Prodigy network. She shut him down electronically. He also pointed out, or someone pointed out, that you actually can see the ending. The ending music on some of the episodes going along. The Colonial Marines,
like the rock shit. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, some of it. Yeah.
This is what I was looking for. Morrow's daughter died in a flashback. He's looking at a letter. His daughter died while he was on a mission. Fucking bummer. Buzzkill, Worf. Okay.
They were coming back from like a 65-year mission, and Morrow even had said when he was talking on the phone to the Wailing Yutani lady, he was like, everyone I knew and loved is gone. I'm simply, this is my life's work. That's why I want to get the xenomorphs back. So that I guess that I feel we could get flashbacks.
You know what I think that is? Like however the fuck it works, if we get on a fucking rocket ship and we leave planet Earth and we're traveling near the speed of light or whatever, and we fly for 5 years and we come back, it's going to be like 65 years has passed on Earth because of the speed that we're traveling. So I feel like that's what they're talking about. Like at one point they say like, yeah, the mechanic on the ship in the flashback episodes, he says something like, I'm going to get back and it's been 65 years and blah, blah, blah. His wife's dead. Is that the lore in Alien? Like, was Ripley going to get back and her whole family was going to be dead? Has that been mentioned before, or did I misunderstand that? I just thought that was because I kept wondering why they said it was 65 years. Was Morrow frozen for 65 years? I was confused by that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You guys message me and let me know. Worf giving it an A- for being only 8 episodes. I love that too. Don't fuck around and give me a 24 episodes. Something, you know what I mean? It's instantly, this isn't a serious television show if there's 20 episodes or something like that. Sale saying, yeah, it just felt a bit X-Men when Wendy went full on power mode. That's another complaint that I heard in the one episode that I watched on YouTube, the one like critique video, is that Wendy's just a little overpowered at the end. And I kind of agree with it. And also just like the morality of everyone. I'm not necessarily on the side of the people that are set up as our heroes. I think they're all kind of fucking up by the end of this thing.
Yeah.
And I don't trust any of them.
Yeah.
But all right. Let us Where's my shit? Where's my button? There's my button.
Ooh,
Cannibal Holocaust, baby. We got a Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers coming to hang out with us next week. I've never seen this. Stu, you haven't seen it. Link, you haven't seen it, right? Cannibal Holocaust? First time watch for the three of us. I know I'm pretty damn sure Robbie's seen it. I've always been afraid to watch this movie. I know there's some gnarly shit in it. This is what a lot of people would consider the first found footage film of all time. Blair Witch Project usually gets that, like, people usually say that about Blair Witch, but this came out like 18 years before that, and a lot of people say it's the OG. So super excited about that. Right after this, man, I'm going to watch some Marvel Zombies. I haven't started it yet. Link, I know you've been watching. I know you've been enjoying it, and you and I are going to get together on Sunday and talk 4 episode. They dropped it all at once. 4 half-hour episodes.
Sure.
Marvel Zombies. Supposedly, it spins out of the season 1 episode of What If, where they did a Marvel Zombies episode. So if you're looking to watch it in its entirety, go watch season 1 episode like 4 or 5, and then these 4 episodes and come hang out with Link and I on Sunday, and then Monday. And I got a busy week for your boy, man. I should have been watching one of these while we're doing the show, but I'm going to Pop Culture Philosophers on Monday night for the Slumber Party Massacre trilogy. Now I'll throw out there part 1 and 2 are on Shudder. And part 3 is on YouTube for free. You can't find it. It's one of those movies that's kind of hard to find. But go check it out and come hang out with us on Robbie's channel on Monday night. But on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Baby.
9:30 p.m. Eastern on the Dr. Doom's Fan Club channel. Me and E talking our favorite comic books of the past week. Just did our 50th anniversary show.
I feel like such a piece of shit, man. It got done, and I looked down my YouTube, was like, just got done streaming. I'm like, motherfucker. I wanted to be there and come hang out with you guys. But anyway, I'm sorry, interrupting you.
You support plenty, bro. So appreciate you. But yeah, so check that out Wednesday nights, and then just dropped the roulette episode for Surrounded by Short Boxes covering the Frank Miller classics. So
hell yeah! And you guys, tell them about your new series that you're doing. Your Fresh Ink.
Oh yeah, just covering new comic books, Fresh Ink. Yeah, just covering our new releases that I like. So yeah,
it's good. You've been doing a great job with it, man. Honestly, bro, you do a great job with all the shit. You've become an editing wizard over there.
Appreciate you, bro.
Crushing it, my man.
I try.
And then, Lake, you got anything going on? Do you know that you're on this?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll be joining you Monday.
Yeah.
Robbie's.
I saw that. I hit him up later. I'm like, who the fuck is on this show, man? This is gonna be a fun one. So hell yeah, I'm excited. And then Wes, why don't you tell people where they can find you online?
Yeah, you can find me. I'm always right here. Like which side of the screen?
Right
yeah, you can find me there. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Always making movie content. Talking.
I need to blow you up more often so I can just see how. Whoa. How fancy your fucking hair is, man. You're like,
thank you. I was struggling with it earlier. It was bothering me. I was like, what is going on? Thank you. Yeah, you can find me. You can find me there. There.
I love it, man. I love it. And as I said, just to repeat one more time, come hang out with us on Thursday for Cannibal Holocaust. Super excited about that. And on Sunday for Marvel Zombies. So hell yeah, man. Appreciate all you guys in the chat tonight. You guys have been the shit. Good seeing some old faces and some new. Worf, Hyon, 9-panel grid, Sal. Appreciate all you guys. Pete coming and hanging out with us. And of course, he with the speedy Wi-Fi, Mr. Evan, my man. Appreciate you as always, man. You guys are the shit. And we'll see you on Sunday for Marvel Zombies.